Well, it's finally summer in Coronado. And we have the most amazing things to show you. I am telling you, this showroom is so jam-packed right now that I decided that for this video, we weren't going to be able to just show you a few little pieces. Now, this film is for women only because men are going to go, oh my goodness, I've never seen so much stuff in my life. How can you possibly focus on one? But I'm going to help you focus on one. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you just sort of like a little panorama, my favorite pieces from each of the categories that we have. I know you've all been in the shop, and I know you've all seen it, but guess what? It never is the same twice. And we always have new things because there are new shipments every single week. So I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to go around and just show you some of my favorite pieces, and that you all know, first of all, they're all gemstones. Secondly of all, they're all one of a kind. Thirdly of all, they all go really quick after videos. So you might want to think about that while you're watching it and decide if you want to call in right away to get one of these. So we're going to start right here with this Tone of Tones color. And yes, it always has pearls. In every single video we do, we have a few of the pearls. And right now we have awesome pearls. We have the blue series, the turquoise series, and then some of the more transitional black things. So I want to start with this right here in the blues because I'm telling you, navy blue and white, of course, is the most nautical, summery kind of colors you can get. But the best piece, I believe, right now that we have in the blue series is this piece of lapis. This is a double strand lapis. This is from Afghanistan. It is the clearest, most beautiful, without veins lapis that I've ever seen, and it's faceted, and it's a double strand. So that's my favorite in the blue series, even though you can probably see other here that might be your favorite. This is a little confusing because it's actually two pieces, so you might want to see that underneath is the Tibetan goddess, and on top is a piece from India that's actually a portrait that's been put on a piece of porcelain. The next series, and this is probably what we sell the most, and not just to people from Arizona, but to every woman looks great in a piece of turquoise, no matter what. And this is all the turquoise series. And I have so many favorites here, it'd be really hard to choose one. But if I had to choose one above all else, it would be this cuff. Because I think this turquoise cuff is the best deal you're ever going to find. It's $250. This would normally be somewhere around $2,500, if not more. It's real turquoise, but guess what? It's not real silver. That's why we can sell it at this price. It's rhodium plated. But I remember when I was a young girl, I got a bracelet like this, and it's still, of all of my jewelry, it's my all-time favorite. So I guess if I would say there's one piece of turquoise, and yours would probably be a different choice, this would be it. And of course it has a matching pendant. Now, the next is the black series, and there's one piece that I absolutely love. It's kind of brand new, but not really brand new. It is big, huge pieces of black onyx with a beautiful piece of drusian set in the center of it. So I think this is an all-time favorite because it's so, like right now I'm holding it, and it is so cool. Because as you know, organic stones stay cool even though it may be hot outside. And any organic stone, I know we've told you about opals, but any organic stone, you can put it in your freezer, then put it on, and it will lower your body temperature by 20 degrees. So that's the black piece. The next case is, this is a special little side case that we put together because we just want to do small little vignettes of very special things. First is the rubies. Now, I know that people think rubies, oh, rubies, those are so expensive. I just did a presentation to a group, and the first thing they said is, really? You carry rubies and emeralds and sapphires and they're not precious stones? Yes, they're precious stones. The price is what's precious. My favorite piece in this one, and I think probably you've seen this in my shop before, and I've carried it before, and it's this cuff, a ruby cuff. I just think this is the most beautiful thing, and it's only $325. Again, you'd probably add a couple of zeros to this if you were to get it in any real high-end fine jewelry store. This is not real gold. This is actually silver with gold plated on it, 22 karat gold plated. So that's why we can do these outrageous gemstones without an outrageous price attached. Now, the next series in, and I always told you, we always have to do some pearls. These are pearls that are chunky kind of pearls that are done in a new way. This piece is my favorite in this series because you never would have thought that it would be, this is almost like a knot in front. And these are gold and shimmering sort of, they're mostly gold, but there's sort of a peachy color in here too. But as you can see, it's actually two strands that have been overlapped like this. Isn't that fun? So I'm saying pearls can always be rediscovered in a new way. So that's the pearl series, and you know we have plenty of other pearls to look at. Down below we have other favorites, which are This is a piece of, believe it or not, amber set in silver. So you know it's lightweight, and you know that the amber is almost probably somewhere around 2,000 to 5,000 years old. But it still has the most beautiful colors to it, and it just looks like honey that's almost been congealed into something. There aren't any insects in any of ours, though. My last piece on this stage is this. This is a cuff. It's from India, and it's all real gemstones. And to me, this is so Versace. I have one of this one left, and I have one with all coral in it that's left. But this one has lapis and turquoise and coral, and it's just a beautiful thing. So it's a little bit tricky if you have larger hands, but it fits really well if you don't, because usually these can get too big. This one is just the right size. So now let's move to this section. Do I look like Vanna White? This section has all of the neutral tones in it. So this is all the water buffalo. Now, this is water buffalo from Vietnam, and it's well-used buffalo before any of this happens, by the way, so don't worry about animal abuse. So on the left side is the water buffalo bone. So those are the white pieces like this. And on this series here, and you've seen some of these in the Hermes and the Neiman's catalogs, by the way, is the water buffalo horn. It's really lightweight, it's a beautiful piece, and it's so organic. I just love that God makes jewelry too. So you can see this is exactly about the size of what the water buffalo horn would have been. So these are well polished, they're beautiful, they've got some embellishment on them, and they're all beautifully priced. The next series down are more of the honey-colored things, that's citrine and other ones, but this is my newest piece that I think is absolutely stunning. Look at the pendant on this piece. This is an agate, one whole piece of agate set in gold. And these are beautiful agate strands. And I think there's probably about 9 or 10 strands of this in here. I had this made, by the way, in Bangkok. I bought the pendant in India and took it to Bangkok and had it all put together. And I think it's just a stunning piece. This will be a really good transition piece, because if you're trying to transition between seasons, this one is a year-round piece. Below it are what we call designer inspired. And that means they are pieces that are some of the designers that you may have heard of, which I can't mention in my video, but we have all of their pieces, just about. So I think some of you have been into their shop and probably seen some of the range of things that we have, but you'll probably recognize this bracelet. It's a magnet clasp, which women love, but you have to be careful that you don't pick up forks when you wear this one, because it's a pretty heavy magnet. But this one, I think you'll know who this came from. So those are the series that we have of that. Below that are the things that are mostly smoky topaz and quartz crystal. My favorite piece here is this one. This is smoky topaz. This is a soapstone carved, and I love this piece, soapstone carved Buddha set on a 20-carat smoky topaz. Is this just a beautiful, simple, beautiful, that will go with everything kind of piece? And the price tag on this one is really going to surprise you. It's only $295. So this is, I mean, this strand alone of smoky topaz faceted like this in this clear color would be worth that price. This is a one-of-a-kind, always smokestone pendant. Then, next to case, these are more the autumn tones, or you might call yourself sort of a autumn-winter kind of person if you like these colors here. Up on top are the golden colors and the copper colors. You can see all of these here. This one's my favorite. This is made by Rania, the designer that I've made a video about before in Bangkok, Thailand. This is all golden pearls and agates, and the underside of this is just beautiful too. So this is the agates and copper pearls. Below here is everyone's favorites, which is Carnelian. And if I had to pick one of these that I would say was my favorite, it would be this piece. I bought this pendant in Thailand, and I just love the colors that are in it. So we brought it home, took it off of the little skinny chain that it was on, and put it on big chunks of carnelian with aquamarine in between. I think this is a stunning piece, even just for the pendant alone. Below that is the other favorite, and it's probably the only birthstone that people really love that they have, and it's the amethyst. So these are our amethyst series. There are some in here that are going to surprise you. This happens to be my favorite, because no one can believe that this is a double strand of amethyst. The reason it's so clear, it hasn't been heat radiated. When they radiate a stone with heat, it pops the color up. In fact, it accelerates the aging of the stone. These are what it looks like whenever they take a perfect specimen of amethyst out of the ground. I think this is a stunning piece. It looks so pretty on, and I'm telling you, even right now in the heat of like 85 degrees in Coronado, this stone is cool. So you can see there's some other pieces here to look at too, but down below are sort of the green series. There's a lot of different things here that I think are really pretty. I think that the thing that you might think is the nicest might be this one. This is a triple strand of what's called moss agate. It's faceted stones, and attached to it is this beautiful little golden Buddha. I think that something with a sacred feeling to it, even if you aren't Buddhist, is always good luck for everybody. So this piece has been really a popular one for people to take a look at, with the little Buddha on it and the triple strand of moss agate. So that's it for today. There were so many things to show you that I really didn't have time to get to everything. So that's why we're started showing you the little panorama of each one. But what you know is that if you go on our website, a lot of these pieces are there at dforsythe.com. But if you really, really want it, and you know that there's probably somebody else that really, really wants it, call us, 619-435-9211. And we'll be back next month to show you more.